Diamonds, no filter.
Yo, we here every Wednesday, 7 to 9 p.m., dtfradio.com. We merging the shows today. It's going to be a Doggie Diamonds No Filter, also Doggie Diamonds Live. It's a combination of both. DJ Big M from the building, his album New Industry out right now. Make sure you get it. I know y'all ain't going to buy shit from the... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know y'all not going to buy shit. That mic is not on, Inf. You know, at least, you know, yeah, like he right. At least stream it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all don't have to purchase the actual physical thing, but, you know, stream it. You know what I'm saying? At least stream it. All that shit means something. Streaming means something right now. Is that mic on? Inf? Yeah, that's on. That's on?
Yeah, man. Yeah, stream.
No feedback? That's dope. Hold on. Chad, your shit is on, right?
1, 2.
Yeah, your shit is on.
Yeah.
Everybody on.
Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to Big M.
Thank you, brother.
Blessing the folks with the fly bangers, the real hip hop.
Yeah, man.
Album out right now.
New industry.
New industry. Go
Try
get
not to
that.
touch that because it's giving feedback.
I see.
You hear it?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Still feedback.
try,
I'm
you know,
sorry.
try that one over there. Yeah, because we trying to get this feedback right. We don't want no motherfucking feedback live on my motherfucking
Word
podcast.
out.
She dropping shit, breaking shit. Let me see. You good?
Yeah, definite.
All right, we good. No feedback, none of that shit.
Gucci.
2.
Yeah,
No
man.
funny style shit. So, yeah, we here every Wednesday, 7 to 9 p.m. Sometimes we be taking time off because shit be going on in the motherfucking world.
We got
outside
lives, man. Yeah.
Real shit.
Word. And when we don't have guests, you know, we are the guests. Like we the guests today and shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, album out. How does it
Yes.
feel? This your first album?
Nah, this is actually my third.
Oh, shit. I'm out the fucking loop. I'm
Yeah,
supposed to know
man.
everything about a motherfucker. I don't know shit.
Yeah, this is actually my third, man, on a shoestring budget, doing everything my goddamn self.
Let me ask you something. Because this is something that I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
With independence. I think people believe that independent means that it's not good. Meaning because nobody wanted it. So, for example, Def Jam might sign somebody, but they might sign somebody trash like a Trinidad James.
Okay.
But it was good enough that Def Jam wanted it.
Uh-huh.
So I'm saying all that to say, like, do you feel like the perception is because you're independent, people believe that it's not good?
Nah. Well, you know, that could be looked at two ways. Like, for an established artist, for them to go the indie route, that would be a smart thing to do because their fan base is already there. Now, for someone like myself and all these other up-and-coming cats, I probably would take a deal for the simple fact that with the marketing and promotion, they're helping me build my brand.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I would sign a deal with them as far as that goes, like as far as helping me build my brand.
Because you know what's funny, though, because a lot of people don't know that a lot of artists that they think are independent really are not independent.
No.
They just don't know no better.
Yeah, because everyone is throwing the term around loosely independent.
Exactly.
You got all of these majors, and then they have subsidiaries underneath these majors pushing out all of these artists.
So
Hence
some people-
300 Entertainment,
Yeah.
all this other
They'll
stuff.
say, like, Childish Gambino did it all independently.
Nah,
Like, no, he didn't.
No, he didn't. I do
No,
have
Chance the Rapper, I mean. Chance
the Rapper.
Yeah.
Huge distributor. That boy is not independent.
This is what I'm saying. Independent is mom and pop out of your trunk uploading shit off your fucking Ethernet cord in your crib. That's what independent is.
And occasionally working a 9 to 5 to pay the bills.
Actual facts.
That's independent.
You know, because when I'm saying all of this for a reason, because me doing a podcast and I'm independent. Like I pay for everything myself.
Yeah.
Right? But I think sometimes it might be the perception that people might believe that I'm not good enough because so-called people don't want me. You understand what I'm saying? And I think some of the artists go through the same thing. That doesn't mean that you're not a good artist. That doesn't mean that my podcast is not good. It's just that it's a sense of control that you have to relinquish sometimes that people know you're not going to relinquish, so they just don't fuck with you. You better off staying independent.
Yeah, you got to give something to get something.
So when I see people out there, you know, they sign to this podcast network and they sign into this network and this person talking about they going to sign this person, sometimes people always say, well, what about you? Why they not fucking with you? And I honestly, I don't know. But I do know that they know that I ain't never going to suck no dick, literally. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to be no chump-ass dude. And you're not going to be able to control me. Now, if you can give me insight on certain situations about my approach so it might not be so offensive or whatever you think the problem is.
Yeah.
I'm all ears. That don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? But as far as you controlling what I'm doing, why change something that's working for me? You know what I'm saying?
They're looking at it like Doggie's not going to follow the rules.
Exactly.
Doggie's going to make his own rules. I don't know if I want to sign this guy. You're like the Colin Kaepernick of podcasts.
Yeah, and that shit is crazy.
Real talk.
Now, but look at the
Without the knee.
Yeah,
Without
without
the
the knee. You know, without being a fucking mulatto. But the other shit is with the Colin Kaepernick. He actually was taking a knee for something, which is crazy, right? Instead of him taking a stand, he took a knee for something, right?
Yeah.
And like with myself, I mix everything in. I give them the hip hop, I give them the stories, I give them everything, but I also give them, a lot of pro-black, and in some instances, black nationalist views. That's not always my views, but people that need to have voices get their voice out there. The funny thing about that is, like Colin Kaepernick, he took a knee for the people, and people are gonna protest, but they not gonna do shit.
He's too real. Like you too real. You're not going to get in.
So, like for myself, I say, yo, I got a Patreon account. You know what I'm saying? I need help doing this shit. Like this shit, I really am independent. But then I had motherfuckers that came on YouTube like, yo, you need to just go get a job. And I'm like, well, this is my job to provide content for you, because you're not telling nobody else to go get a fucking job. A motherfucker might play the game all day and upload game videos and get donations for that.
Yeah, but what it is spectators, they don't really know the legalities and the ins and outs of this. So they just going by visual. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what it takes to get to a certain thing. Everyone wants to be affiliated or be a part of a group or a network or this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Doggie, you're like the Colin Kaepernick of podcasts. Like, everyone knows who you are.
Ain't that some shit crazy?
Everyone shouts you out on these major platforms. Everyone know who you are, but in the back of their mind, they're like, this
I ain't fucking with him.
Doggie's too truthful. Our audience likes to be lied to, and you be telling motherfuckers the truth.
Yo,
So
part of the
that's the
feedback, I don't
reason.
know where that feedback is coming
That
from.
might be the AC.
Let me try to get to the bottom of the feedback. Well, whatever. Fuck it. Y'all just got a little bit of feedback. It is what it is. So, I'm saying all that because my dope-ass segue. See, I'm good at this, right? This is my dope-ass segue into the interview with Ali Vegas, right?
Yes.
Somebody that
Awesome video.
Somebody that is a talented artist, humble dude, cool as fuck.
Yeah.
But nobody gave a fuck about, right? Now, on Facebook, somebody stole my video, put it on Facebook, and the shit is at like 4 million views.
The Ali Vegas joint?
Yes, right?
I saw a download link for it too.
This is what I'm saying. It's like 4 million views, right?
Yeah.
That's one.
Wow.
4 million views, right? But then on YouTube, it's at 700,000, right? But my numbers ain't good enough, so I'm not going to be in a podcast. But what we're talking about, everybody was saying we're full of shit in what we're talking about. And the title of it, Ali Vegas speaks on the rituals he's seen rappers do for fame, right? So in the comments, yeah, these old niggas, when niggas don't make it, first thing they want to do is say somebody gay or blame the Illuminati, blah, 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 blah. Wow. Yo, you not naming names, so you full of shit, blah, blah, blah. I seen some of that in the comments. Some people, shout out to the people in the comments who know what it is, and they don't even question shit because they know what I'm talking about. I'm saying all this to say, we told you, look at my interviews with Choke No Joke. We told you that is shit going on in this industry that's fucking crazy that dudes is doing for success. Now this week, Bobby V, because Bobby Valentino, we can't say that because that's legally not his name. So if we say Bobby Valentino, somebody is a dude that owns the rights to that name
Bobby
that's going to come
Valentino,
after us. So we got to say Bobby V.
Bobby V.
He gets caught, but listen, he's not the only one though.
But that ain't nothing new.
Just the point I'm making.
He knew what the fuck he was doing.
So my thing is this. When we say, yo, it's motherfuckers in this shit doing fucking funny style shit, why you saying we lying when that shit is plain as day in your fucking face? So when you say we lying, what about Bobby V now?
But you know what? It's young dudes who don't know, because God bless, but Remember Teddy Pendergrass got in that car accident.
When he was
a
getting
tranny.
topped off, right?
He got in a car accident
Pops
rolling
put
with a
me onto
tranny.
that,
That's how he was in that wheelchair.
Eddie
That's how he got in
Murphy.
the wheelchair.
God bless.
Yeah,
Eddie
same
Murphy.
with Eddie Murphy.
This is not new. It's just these young dudes come in and they think they born knowing everything. And I see that so many times because young dudes, they don't say it to me because, you know, I'm hands-on. I'm a hands-on kind of fellow. You know what I'm saying? You're so crazy to me. I got a hand problem. But it's not even about that because I also try to educate the young dudes.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the little dudes on Fulton Street that I sit and kick it with. You know what I'm saying? Because I give them the real about the street life because a lot of them know my reputation, but they never really hear the stories. They just hear about the wars in the streets, but they don't know the intricacies about the deaths, about the jail stints. They don't know none of that stuff. It's just people always glorify certain things. So young dudes never really get the real story. They only get the highlights. It's almost like a movie trailer.
Exactly. They only seen the highlights.
But I always sit them down and tell them how it feels to sit in the cell, how it feels, you know what I'm saying?
Very
when
lonely.
people kill your man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You and your man, you think y'all gonna ride off in the sunset like some wild cowboys. And when he left there, that's a painful ass feeling. And these are the things that nobody's really telling the young dudes. So when I talk to young dudes, they pretty much know. But my point is that they really don't know. You say Teddy Pendergrass, they're gonna be like, who? They may know Eddie Murphy from the kiddie movies. They don't know the raw and delirious Eddie Murphy we know.
Yeah.
They know the haunted house Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
The Dr. Dolittle. Because it's a whole new era that they can't fathom. But this is not new. So when people are telling you that there's certain rituals, there's dudes in here doing anything to get on, they don't believe it. And shout out to Meek Mill because I saw a little video clip he did when he talked about the Percocets and how it
very
brings you down.
informative. Yeah.
That's the part that young dudes need to hear. He talked about how Percocets is like dope.
Yeah.
And nobody telling you
And the
when you
kids
don't
keep
have
taking
it breaks your
'cause their
body down.
depends on it. It needs it from that point. That's an addictive.
See, everybody keep talking about the high of being on Percocets, but nobody talking about the lows, the physical and emotional pain that you really got to go through.
But you know what though?
This stuff is real.
Yeah,
Wow.
but you know, and bringing it all back is that, yo, we say a lot of shit out of love.
Yeah.
Because I don't got to give a fuck.
Really
I don't have to give a fuck. I could get my bag for whatever it's worth.
And pardon my back.
And part in my back. But the
Word.
fact of is that we got youth in my family, extended family, and the youth on the street because whether we like it or not, all youth is our youth.
Word. That was, and see, that's the thing, because I always try to tell young dudes, I wasn't born at this age. I wasn't born at this age, you know what I'm saying? I was their age before. I was 16, 17, 22, 24.
And a complete asshole.
I'm about to say, but the thing I always tell them, if I was y'all age right now, y'all would already know what it really is. Because, like I said, I got a hand problem. I got a reputation because if we're in that environment and you talk like how these young dudes talk, because when we was coming up, you didn't tell nobody suck your dick.
Word.
Unless
Word.
you really wanted to fight.
Exactly.
You
Fighting
gotta,
words.
Yeah, that's blood right there. It's blood in your mouth. You got to really be ready to thump. Now, dudes say that to each other and nothing even happened. They say it playing.
They saying laughing at each other.
Yeah. I was like, wow. We don't play that, so it's a whole different code of
When they
ethics.
with their girl.
But the thing,
Yeah.
But the
Word.
thing they don't get, and this is not on a Willie Lynch, the young against old, but as older people, as wise people, you're supposed to teach those that don't know. And like I always tell young people, there's a trap that's set out here for you that nobody told you about. That's been in place for centuries. It's a trap that was here before you, before me,
It's
before
gonna be
my
here
father.
after us, too.
Right, unless we do something to change that. Because do we want our children to go through the same cycle of pain and murder that we go through? And that's always my question. Do you have a child? Do you have a little son? Do you got a little nephew, a little brother? Do you want them to get killed? Do you want them to go to jail? Do you want them strung on drugs?
And that's
And chances
why
are they always say no.
And that's
Of course
why
not.
we give a fuck. It's not because of I'm coming from the perspective of a grumpy, broke, bitter nigga and no shit. Because people always quick to say what you have because based off of what they think success is.
Yeah.
Success to some people is not a fucking wraith in a mansion. Success is being able to pay your bills every month to some people.
And in
Just
this
being
day and
happy,
age, there's no
Word.
such word as an opinion. It's hate.
Yeah.
You can't give an opinion. It's hate.
But then what people don't realize, when it comes to success, you determine your success, right? And what good is success if, what Taz said, if you're unhappy? You see motherfuckers who you think, and I'm not trying to disrespect his death or talk about him, but the dude from Lincoln Park, he probably had mad bread. He killed himself.
Unhappy.
One of the
Robin
greatest.
Williams.
Yeah,
We hear it all
This is what I'm
day.
saying. One of the greatest, groups ever was Lincoln Park. You know what I'm saying? They did a clash with Jay-Z. They did it. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? Chester Pennington, right?
Got a crazy story with him
Yeah.
and MOP too.
But this is the point I'm making. He killed himself because what we think, he's probably able to eat anything. He's probably able to take a bite out of a Cat's Deli, $35 sandwich, one bite, and throw it in the garbage for a year straight, and it won't even hurt his pockets. But that doesn't make you happy. That's not what's going to make you happy. What makes you happy is your health and your loved ones. That's what makes you happy. A dollar will never make you happy. It's never going to make you happy because you got rich, depressed people. You know what I'm saying?
Like them people that jumped out the fucking window last week on the east side.
This is the point I'm saying.
Rich people, they jumped out the fucking window.
But this is what I'm saying.
Fuck.
Motherfuckers on there's a dude that's hanging on the side of the Verrazano today.
Heard about that.
Yeah.
Mental illness is real, and it
Yeah,
don't
man,
come
yo.
from, you have money, so that cures all ails. That don't. It just alleviates some of the stress that you have
time being.
because a lot of our stress is due to monetary deficiency.
And social
social
pressure.
injustice. But that comes with, what I'm saying is, here we are, black men. We have so many problems to face, but here you have a guy from Lincoln Park who's a white, middle-aged young man, 42 years old, who kills himself.
White privilege.
But he kills himself, and he doesn't even have half the problems that we have as black men. But that's to let you know his success did not and could not make him happy. And one of the reasons that I read up on, he was molested as a kid. Wow. And he couldn't get over that shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
You understand? This is the
And
point
see
I'm
that-
making.
yeah.
And I'm going to tie this in. In the industry, it's molestation going on. And it's not the typical molestation that you see, whereas
B2K talked
it's not a typical molestation that you see, whereas it's a grown man with a little boy. It's grown men with other grown men, and they're being intellectually molested and physically molested for funds. You understand what I'm saying? So that shit is even worse because you a grown man who know better. You know another nigga ain't supposed to touch your jump off. But he got a bag. And this is what I'm saying. Everybody's chasing the bag. And you got people that's saying, yo, this is going to change your life. Because you got right now, you have fame. A lot of people don't have the fortune. So like in my neighborhood where I'm at, I'm very popular. Motherfuckers might think I got $7 million. So some people resent you because you're amongst them, because they think you have this and you're not doing for them. So imagine the average dude who's not like me, who could defend himself or go on the offense. It's some dudes out here that might have 200,000 Instagram followers, and people think they getting bags and they lit, and all they got is fame, but they don't have the money. So then here somebody's come and say, yo, look, you suck me off, I'm going to take you out your hood. And nigga like, damn, niggas tried to rob me the other day and I ain't got shit. Dudes ran down on me. Dudes shot at me because they hating. Yo, I'm going to do what I got to do to get out of here. And that's what's happening to a lot of people. That shit is really, really, really happening. So Bobby V, didn't wake up and say, yo, I'm gay today. That's some shit. Remember, he was in a group called Mister. It was little kids.
That's right. Blackberry molasses.
So I'm saying dudes been had a taste, no pun intended, of this life. And dudes is doing what they got to do to maintain in this life by any means necessary. And the sexual deviance that they introduced to, they're carrying it over into their personal life now. You understand what I'm saying? Because we could look at it and say, well, he was paying the tramp, this, that, and the third. What about Mr. C?
Word. And yo, this is part 2 to it though. Why are dudes paying for it? I mean, real rap. It's so many jump offs out here right now. Women that are giving it away.
Literally, it's water.
Like, why would you pay for it? And that's an upsetting thing, but it speaks to the mental health. And you know, I always got to plug this. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about suicide, man, one thing I just want folks to know, man, it's help out there. It's help out there. I'm gonna give y'all the suicide prevention hotline. It's 1-800-273-8255. Again, it's 1-800-273-8255. Don't pick a permanent solution for a temporary problem, man. Ain't no coming back from death. I don't care how upset you get, how sad
down you are. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We lost one of our closest cousins years ago.
First cousin. But you know what's funny though, because when you listening to these podcasts that everybody love and the shit that everybody's talking about, it's all gossip and banter. And I'm seeing motherfuckers saying, he dropped jewels. And I'm like, no, he didn't.
It's gossip.
He didn't drop jewels. Even when it ain't gossip, he didn't really drop jewels because some people only sound smart to stupid ass people.
Word.
You understand what I'm saying? Some people only sound smart to stupid people because intelligence has nothing to do with what you say. It has a lot to what you do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How you live, your ways and actions. That's what makes you intelligent. And I'm looking at niggas being straight up greaseball ass motherfuckers, but going, when somebody say action, then they're on they shit. But that's for the people. But behind the scenes, they fucking complete scumbags. And that's the shit that's not being reported and being told about. And people want names for the purpose of gossip. And I don't want to gossip about men. I'm just telling y'all, be careful. I'm just telling y'all, be careful. You know what I'm saying? If it's almost like unsafe sex. You tell the motherfucker to put a condom on because somebody could have AIDS. Who got AIDS? How the fuck am I supposed to know? Treat everybody like they got fucking AIDS.
Word.
You understand what I'm saying? Just wear a bag. Same thing with this entertainment shit. Treat everybody like they're a fucking pedophile. Treat everybody like they fucking gay. Treat everybody like they fucking kid touchers. Treat everybody like they're here to fucking take shit from you. Treat everybody like they're fucking racist. Treat everybody like that. And then let them show you that they're not. Because you going in this shit blind, and this game is here to take advantage of you. It's here to rape you. It's here to take your publishing. It's here to take all your talent, your God-given talent that you have in you, and exploit you. That's what the music industry has been doing since Cadillac Records.
Yeah.
This is not new. That shit is real life shit. Since Ray Charles movie, look at this shit. You understand what I'm saying? So you go in this shit, and how could you trust somebody that you didn't grow up with? And you don't even trust the people you grew up with. But just because I be looking at rappers, and it might be a rapper with a hit record. Then I see him with motherfuckers. I'm like, they don't even fucking know each other. What, they know each other because he got a hit record now? Oh, that's my boy. Yeah, we was together taking a flick. I'm like, that shit is weird to me. I never came in this industry. Any rapper that you see me with, I actually spoke to them on the phone for hours. I actually have a rapport with them. I don't treat niggas like they my man because he rap and I'm fucking in the industry. You ain't my fucking man. You understand what I'm saying? But this is what's happening. So now when Bobby Shmurda was, or, you know, I can't really say him per se, but when he put on for his team and said, yo, this is what we really are, and everybody thought that shit was cute, and then when they get jammed and everybody want to call them stupid, you can't have it both ways. Either you love people for being real because you hate them when they fake. But when he is who he is, and he get jammed, I ain't see motherfuckers doing no, yo, let's get Bobby Shmurda motherfucking bail money together. Let's do a concert for Bobby Shmurda. Yeah. Motherfuckers turn their head. But everybody had a motherfucking Shmoney Dance remix out here, right? Eating off that shit.
And everybody wanted a verse from the young
This is
boy.
the point that I'm saying.
Yeah.
This industry don't fucking love you. So a lot of times people be thinking when they see me talk and they see me on my rants, which I've been chilling lately, but when they used to see me do that shit, they think it's because I'm upset, I'm disgruntled, I'm not at the cool table. Look, I will take all the motherfucking chess pieces on that cool table, all the checker pieces, the Connect Four, and smack all that shit on the fucking floor. I don't want to be.
I've seen them do it.
Yeah. I don't want to be at that cool table because who said that they're cool? That's not what cool is to me. That's not what cool is to me. Shout out to Lord Jamar for doing the book challenge.
Yes.
I thought that shit was dope.
Very, very.
You understand what I'm saying? Now y'all just got to read the fucking books. Don't pick up the books and put them to your ear if you didn't read them. And reading is one thing, comprehending is another. Read a book. Honestly, you're supposed to read a book maybe like 4 times before you really gonna grasp it. Because this shit that I done went back and read and said, oh shit. because sometimes you read in compromised position. You might read while you taking a shit.
Every
you might
year I read Message to the Black Man.
Look, you might read while you taking a shit.
Yeah.
You might read when you a little tired.
Yep.
So you'll go back and you'll realize you went past something. So with the Bobby V shit, it's a lot of that going on in the industry. And then now it's a lot of that shit going on in the world abroad. It's not the industry.
But what's crazy though, and this is how blind the people are, because we still gonna act like R. Kelly ain't got chicks hostage.
Yeah.
Word.
'Cause, damn, I'm not a hostage.
Word. That's just right.
R. Kelly holding chicks hostage. Usher giving chicks the
Letting it burn.
unforgettable.
But
like,
peep though. But now peep this though. I don't know if y'all seen the little video I did on R. Kelly, right? It's on my YouTube, and it was people actually in the comments that was mad as fuck at me for talking about R. Kelly. And the funniest shit is that made me realize how much of a sickness that some of our people have, because they were saying 18 is legal. Now, how is 18 legal, which is legal, as in, legal, you can't go to jail, but the man is fucking 47 though.
And she just got off 17.
The point
That means he was bumping. That means he was bumping before she was born.
Yeah.
and that means he was just like, seems like you're ready. You know what I'm saying? Like,
gosh,
look, this. But the point I'm making is this though, because I said something. A 20-year-old with an 18-year-old ain't cool, right? But people are looking at numbers. It's a big difference between numbers and mentality. Because you got some men walking around here that's 27 that act like little fucking boys.
Oh,
You got
yeah.
some men that's...
Nah,
you,
some of these 57 years.
That's what I'm
Niggas
saying.
in their third,
So-
fourth childhood.
So, all right, even if you have a mature 18-year-old, you know what I'm saying? Because maturity, sometimes we classify maturity based on how somebody carry themselves. They're not mixy. They're very attentive. They might be learnt in certain things. So we look at that for us, say, yo, you mature. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You don't watch Love and Hip Hop. You're not with all the gossip. You don't aspire to be like Amber Rose. You know what I'm saying? That's some mature shit. But that's a rarity. So now when we find people like this, that shit is such a jewel in the gym. You start saying, she 18, but she mature. But how mature can you be for 18 when you only been on the earth for 18 fucking years? You understand what I'm saying? 18 years ago, only Built for Cuban Links was like fucking 4 years old. You understand what I'm saying?
So you mean to tell me R. Kelly was fucking Aaliyah when she was like 13?
Like 15 or
14?
something. Yeah.
He married her at 15.
That's crazy.
So he might have been knocking it off at 14.
But
Probably,
with the
yeah.
parents' consent.
That's the point I'm making, and that's what the point that I also made on the video, because I said R. Kelly and others, and they kept trying to say, well, why you don't get on Hugh Hefner? Hugh Hefner, you know why? Because I don't give a fuck about Hugh Hefner and what they do.
And when you really peel back the layers on things, man, for Hugh Hefner, for European, for white folks, that's their culture. When we start talking about the age of 18, who created that? Because as Malcolm X said a long time ago, you can't legislate morality just because the law says it's okay to have sex with an 18-year-old. And even some 17-year-olds, depending on the state, it doesn't make it okay.
Definitely don't.
Because my daughter will be 19 tomorrow. So how would it look? I come in the crib
As a
with a chick,
47-year-old.
and she be like, yo, daddy, she was in my class. That's the girl I told you I hated.
Yo, there's
You
a
know-
lot of dudes out here
But-
like that, yo, with
when we talk-
daughters that age too.
Right, and when we talk about what the law says, the law don't make it right, because I always tell people our oppression in this country, all of these things bad that has happened to us in this country
It was legal. Word.
Slavery, Jim Crow, segregation, lynchings, you name it. It was legal. The murder of Trayvon Martin was legal.
Yeah.
That's why George Zimmerman didn't go to jail. The murder of Eric Garner, Mike Brown, legal. Sergeant Bland, legal. Doesn't make it right. So as black folks, when we start standing on our own moral barometer, saying, you know what, this is not right.
Yeah, cause I look at some chicks sometimes, and when they get up close to me, I'll be like, nah, she a baby.
Word.
Yeah, you
And
can
you know,
tell,
and
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to the naked eye of men. Some of these young girls are developed in their women areas, but your brain
Yeah,
developed is
elevated
just
and go
not
up.
there.
Girls look so
Word,
good,
you
but
understand
their
what I'm
brain
saying?
is not ready.
So me,
So Chris was a pedophile?
yeah,
Of course.
What the fuck?
He made the song 13 and good.
That's right.
yeah.
That's
made the
right.
song 13.
And Rick James, she was only 17, but
she was sexy.
What the fuck is that?
the point that I'm making, and this is the point that I'm
Just
making
realizing
to
this
tie
shit.
it all back in. Don't forget about what's his name? Damn, I was Jerry Lee Lewis.
Oh yeah, he married his
married his
fucking
cousin.
cousin. She
You know
was
what
what,
I'm
12 or
saying? Underage
13
cousin.
or
That's
some
what I'm
shit?
saying.
But that's what I'm saying. That's part of their culture. Because
Yeah.
at what point do the family step in and say, Jerry, you out your fucking mind?
But the point I'm making is that this is a culture in entertainment of shit that's always been okay for people to do
and we don't control
pedophilia
entertainment.
and do transsexuals and all this crazy shit. And I'm not here for that. That's not what I'm here for. And I don't condone that shit, you know. So maybe I am the Colin Kaepernick of this shit. You understand what
You
I'm
are,
saying?
Doggie.
But the issue is, and this is what I want the people to know. This is what the people must know. I need your help with this shit. Because you see what they doing. They boxing me out. You see them all grouping together. I seen podcast niggas beefing with each other.
That's funny. You're
Now
right.
I see them together on, they trying to box me out.
Yeah.
But the people want it though. But you have to show that you want it. I need more than just a view. Because then YouTube got on some fuck shit to say, all right, we going to find ways not to pay these niggas. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody brought to my attention today, I seen a nigga podcast set up. The shit look just like mine. I ain't even going to call their name. But just look at how people got their tables, they mics, the shit look just like mine. And it's a so-called major podcast.
Wow.
This is what people are doing.
I know who you're talking about.
This is what people are doing.
I know.
Shout out
I
to
ain't gonna
them.
say it. I know who you're
You
talking
understand
about.
what
They
I'm saying?
just got some shit too.
This is the point that I'm making. Look what's
OGs
happening.
at that.
That's what I'm saying. But so the people just have to look. Because it's not always for me to point shit out. But somebody brought it to my attention. And I
You
was just
right.
like, wow.
You
You know
right.
what I'm saying? The little guy who nobody cares about.
on a
and
major
this is the point that I'm
platform,
saying.
yo.
This is the
Major
point that I'm
platform.
saying. And I'm in my office, as you've been there, with my microphones,
Yeah.
doing my 1-2 thing, minding my motherfucking business, funding myself, doing all this shit myself to bring information for people and bring artists and bring certain narratives that's not talked about. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, to bring artists that are unsung to this hip hop shit. You know what I'm saying? And this is what's needed. Y'all, everybody, the dope shit about this, and I love the fact that I got mad people talking about $500,000. You know how many people talking about $500,000 now?
Yes. Yo.
Yo, mad people talking about $500,000 now.
That's what's up, because that's something that a lot of people. It seemed that a lot of people forgot about him. Now he's coming back.
He's in style.
Yeah, because of who? That No Filter podcast.
Because the deal is, shout out to Ali Vegas, shout out to Sport, shout out to Inf, everybody who took place, and we not gonna let our heroes, because that's the thing, I don't let them tell me who my hero is. And then it ties back in with a man committing suicide. See how all this shit tie in? See how all this shit tie in?
Jeez.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is what
Peace.
this industry do to you. And this is what I'm trying to
Peace.
tell people. That's why I will never let his name die. A man that I never even met before.
Yeah.
But Albany Projects. You understand what I'm saying? That's
Brooklyn.
the whole
That's down
Brooklyn
the
is
block.
my hood.
That's
Yeah, the
down
whole
the block,
Brooklyn
though.
is my hood to me. And then we got kin to him. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to Trife Gangster. Shout out to people who've been around $500,000.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And who was extremely talented. But look how they discard you once you're done. Look how nobody talks about you. And then people want to give us as black men and women and children our heroes and who we should be talking about and who we should, salute. You're not going to do that. I'm going to salute who the fuck I want to salute. You understand what I'm saying? Just like I feel like nobody talks about Freaky Ty like that.
Freaky Ty.
You understand what I'm saying?
LB fan.
And this is not men, who died of old age or died of sickness. These people who were murdered.
Senseless
Even Big
violence.
L. I don't
Big
feel
L.
like, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like, shout out to DITC, a lot of them do what they can. But I'm talking about on the grand scheme of things, on these media platforms and journalism, you're supposed to talk about people who paved the way for us to do what we're doing, or who was very influential in what we're doing. It shouldn't always have to come from Jay-Z mouth or Flex mouth for certain people. We're supposed to be doing that shit on every facet of this game. And we're not doing it because we're forgetting people. But they'll never let us forget Elvis.
Never.
You understand what I'm saying?
Never.
They'll never let us forget certain people.
John Wayne or
John-
any of them
yeah.
other
Shout out to
motherfuckers.
Frank Sinatra.
Or Frank, or Frankie.
John Lennon, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
like
yeah, you right.
the Beatles. They're
right.
never gonna let us forget who they love
Their heroes
and
are.
their heroes, but we're supposed to forget ours, and I think a lot of shit hit home with us, or is hitting home with us, because hip-hop is not that old, right? And we're watching people die in hip-hop. Like, we watched Prodigy die.
Sad.
You understand what I'm saying? We watched him die, and he gave his whole life to entertainment. People don't even realize that, because hip-hop is only 40.
40 years old. 40
And Prodigy was what, 43?
So his whole life.
That's his whole life.
He got into it when he was a young.
But not only rap, though, he's been in entertainment and dance school and all that shit. So he's been in
entertainment.
His family comes from making records and all that. So he's given his life. And what he said, I put my lifeline in between the papers. You understand? This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is the point I'm making. So I don't, what people feel about him personally, that's their thing. That's not my business. I'm just saying that look at what people have done in this business, in this game for us to enjoy, and then they want us to say fuck them, but we're supposed to celebrate fuck niggas though. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that shit is fucking corny. So that's why I do what I do. That's why I interview who I interview. That's why, shout out to Phantasm from the Cellar Dwellers. We been speaking. Shout out to Core Mega who hit me. That's what I'm saying. We working. Listen, I'm working.
Got their album, yo. Vinyl.
Who didn't love the Cellar Dwellers? Whew. That's Loud Records. But the point I'm making is that shout out to Phantasm. He hit me today.
Shouts out to UGG too.
This is what I'm saying. We working on some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I found King Just. You know what I'm saying? That's why I did the Pop the Brown Horn and shit. Yeah, that might not get the 90,000 views that this person is going to get because he went in on this person. But somebody hit me that I knew from Staten Island that I never met as a kid, that knew my father, that knew my uncles, that knew my cousin Peanut. It was a graffiti writer by the name of Braze.
Okay.
He was a big graph writer in Staten Island. And I mentioned him in the King Just and Pop the Brown Hornet interview. And he hit me like, yo, thank you for the shout out. People don't talk about me.
Wow.
But I always pay homage. I never been corny. You know how many people hit me and say, yo, shout out, thanks for the shout out? Listen. If you came before me, or if you're a part of my upbringing, or if you're a part of this culture, it don't hurt to say somebody's name that influenced you. Mm-hmm. We gonna try to act like we wasn't in the crib fucking beating this like that on the table. You understand what I'm saying? We gonna try to act like Dougie Fresh didn't have us beatboxing.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Slick Rick, you trying to act like it wasn't big to know the words to Lottie Dottie? But they keep trying to say, oh, this person is washed up or irrelevant. And it's like, how can somebody be irrelevant if they put something and their energy is forever? That's forever. You know what I'm saying? Because what is relevant? When you think about food, the shit that you eating right now might be relevant to your stomach, but you got shit in your system still. Mm-hmm. That shit relevant too. And it might have been from 3 days ago, depending on your digestive system, because that shit got to come out. And depending on what you ate and how you ingested it, is how your body react to shit. It's the same shit with music. Music used to be able to chronologically dictate the points in our life. Yo, I got top for the first time when this song was out. Y'all remember what haircut I had. Yep. That's what music used to do for us that it no longer does for us because music is so microwavable and so in the now and then it's over.
Easily discarded.
Yeah. So they don't understand what this shit mean to us, people that are of a certain age group, because I remember, yo, when I'm lamping, I'm cold lamping. I remember being in a party in 500 Washington, shout out to my homegirl Shakila, and Murder having a 38 on him and going outside and shooting a fucking gun, talking about I'm lamping.
Shout out to Murder.
Yeah, free Murder. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But how could I think of PE and go right back to the point of being 15 years old in a house party in 500 Washington with my homegirl and my homeboy Murder outside with a gun?
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying.
Right, absolutely right.
This is
Super
what
lovers see girls like I'm.
This is what I'm saying.
In junior high school when that video. I remember everything.
Listen,
trying to talk to a girl. I remember that.
But this is what music used to do for us. So when we see, like myself, when I see certain rappers, I say, oh shit, yo. When your shit came out, I remember Tad with a fucking sheriff badge, talking about I'm the sheriff and biting is illegal.
EPMD.
EPMD.
Shout out to PMD. Yo,
So
don't
when-
put me on the spot too.
what I'm saying.
PMD with that.
But this is what I'm
It was
saying.
all love though.
But people though, but when you see PMD,
My
that was
favorite
one.
group.
This is what I'm saying. EPMD is my favorite group ever.
Favorite group word.
So how could you not say, yo, I was a fucking little kid with a sheriff badge because of you?
And a fisherman hat.
This is the
of
point
them.
I'm making.
Yes, yes.
Tad had the ain't no joke haircut. The same part and
Word.
everything.
Word.
I had a fucking Gumby. You understand what I'm saying?
Rakim line going back.
Yup, just like
Me
that.
too, yeah.
We remember being in the crib, trying to imitate Steezo dance move from You Got to Chill,
Word.
because that's Steezo dancing. You ain't know that?
From Freak to Funk.
Yeah, that's Steezo.
But see, that's how dope and influential hip hop used to be, because I was having a conversation with somebody earlier and we was talking about consciousness and hip hop, and I was talking about how hip hop was birthed into hip hop started as consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Like, to call something conscious hip hop now it shows you how far we digress from where we originally started, because remember, we always decided if an MC was dope if he was dropping science in his joint. If he dropped jewels and said something enlightened that you could learn from, then yeah, he was a dope MC. But other than that, this trash we got right now, it promotes everything that we as true hip hop lovers was initially against.
And it's really basically what's being pushed through, because it is a lot. You know, you got United Front, you got Brick the Foundation, you still got brothers like Paris out there.
Well, shout out to them.
Yeah, you got Jasiri X. You do have a lot of people that's trying to push forth that, but that's not relevant because that's not for the market. Like I said on Facebook the other day, it's a market for jails and morgues for black people and organs. You understand what I'm saying?
Word.
So if you're not contributing to that via entertainment, then you're not marketable. Because when you get a deal, what's the first thing they want to do? What's the market and promotion budget? How can we market this? That's everything is about the market, the stock market, supermarket. You know what I'm saying? Everything is about how can we market this shit. So when you dealing with a lot of situations with hip hop, consciousness, it is a lot of conscious hip hop, but it get the short end of the stick because nobody cares. And then who is it conscious to? Who are they speaking to? Because consciousness just mean aware. We break that down all the time. There's a difference between being conscious and righteous and moving a certain way, right? So for drug users and pill poppers, that's certain music is conscious for them because that's their movement. That's what they're about. You understand what I'm saying? That's what they champion. But conscious used to mean righteous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now I learn to earn because I'm righteous. You know what I'm saying? Being righteous, you used to ask somebody if they was God body. The other thing was, are you righteous? Remember? You wouldn't say, yo,
Yeah.
are you God? Are you 5%? Yo, you righteous?
Word.
And then they had to break down their attribute. You understand what I'm saying? And shout out to, I know religion and a lot of shit get a bad rap now because everybody is so,
Woke.
woke and hotepi and, everything is Kemet and, Kemet and all that.
You said hotepi?
Yeah, hotepi and all that shit. And that shit cool, you know what I'm saying? But that's only a part of what we are, because even when you're dealing with
That's
Islam,
funny.
even with Islam, you have black Islam. You know what I'm saying? And the black Islam is what the roots is in hip hop. You understand
Right.
what I'm saying? And then if it wasn't for hip hop, I don't know if Islam might have lasted as long as it did, the black Islam, because then you had Rakim who came out and was the God Rakim, and it was cool to be God.
And Big Daddy Kane.
Big Daddy Kane, Brand Nubian, Wise Intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Lakim Shabazz,
King's Son.
It was cool. Planet Asia. You know what I'm saying? The Wu-Tang. You understand what I'm saying?
Word.
It was cool. Islam, the black Islam is what kept a lot of this together.
Kept the nation alive.
Yeah, kept the nation of Islam together and to be 5%er. You know?
Yeah, because you think they recorded Malcolm,
Yeah.
recording speeches from Malcolm,
Farrakhan.
Dr. Khalid, and that's what introduced us to their teachings.
Yeah, exactly. Because we all agree tonight, everybody agreed that America's
Right,
self-destruction.
self-destruction.
You know what I'm saying?
And Night of the Living Bassheads
Yeah.
with Dr. Khalid. Have
Yeah.
you forgotten that once
Ice
you were
Cube
brought here?
on
Yeah.
Khalid on his album.
Word, had Khalid
Yeah,
on his album.
that and then you think about Young, Gifted, and Black. They call the individual into existence.
Yeah,
And when
that
that
was
individual
Farrakhan.
come, you understand what you think about artists like Cam from the West Coast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot that, hip hop has done one and the same with Islam. You know what I'm saying? And
But then we could chase it right back to Jerry Heller, because remember, he said he hated that. He hated the medallions.
and the big dick Bronx
Yeah.
music. Yep.
Yeah, because we were agitating the consciousness of the youth. Like, you turned the album off and you learned something.
Yep. You felt like, because remember the deal was, ooh, he dropped Science.
Word,
That was
he dropped Science.
Craig G made a song called Dropping Science.
Word.
Because we started listening for who was deep.
Yeah.
Like,
And we more thought provoking.
But we still was partying and dancing and fucking with chicks. But it was cool for him to be deep. I remember motherfuckers like, yo, Chinese arithmetic. That shit crazy, Chinese arithmetic. And he's like, well, what about Rafa King? You understand what I'm saying? So it was just so dope that Rafa King, you gonna move to that. You're not gonna stand still when that shit come on.
That shit playing in my head right now.
In 2017 though, Kane's still rocking. Some of these dudes who you put on a pedestal ain't even gonna be rocking in a month from now. You understand what I'm saying? But that music is what it is, but it's not going to stand the test of time. And then you have to also understand why they're pushing that. All I say to people is have the balance. Because, sometimes I listen to Future shit, and I be like, this shit ratchet as a motherfucker. And I understand why people like it. But that don't mean that I internalize. But I ain't going to front. If I'm in a party and they have a certain set, it is what it is. It come on. But when they go to certain sets, I fuck with that too. Because you think Dipset shit wasn't no righteous shit. But I still remember that Dipset set in the club. I still remember that G-Unit set in the club, that Rockefeller. You understand what I'm saying? Now you coming back full circle, because everything that was done is what gives birth to a J Electronica. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he's all of them in one. He's Rakim, he's Kane, he's Wu-Tang, he's Killer Priest, he's all of that in one. Because he don't make party records. He's building in every fucking record. You understand what I'm saying? But you still could groove to it, whether you like him or not. And that's what I'm saying about music, where it's just all off. It's all one way. Because even if it was all like righteous music, that shit would be boring as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because for the righteous music, then you had, can a nigga get a table dance? You know what I'm saying? And you just want to wild out off that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just, because we all got, that lower self sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But got to be a balance of that shit. Now we all on just this lower level where, the little kids is hearing at fucking 10 in the afternoon, you got to eat the booty like groceries. You know what I'm saying? So there is nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when Nas making songs like I Know I Can Be What I Want to Be, shit like that wasn't pushed.
At all.
You understand what I'm saying? Even when Slick Rick said, you know what I'm saying, have you forgotten who put you on this earth? You know what I'm saying? He's talking about fucking respecting your parents.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think Hey Young World was one of the dopest records that still ring loud to this day.
I could only imagine how he recorded the vocals. And I think Keith Shockley might have explained that in my interview. I didn't put it out yet. But he might explain how Slick Rick was just a master of how he recorded. Because nowadays people will record on 3 tracks. But he had you think Slick Rick has a lead track and a backup track that's almost like an ad-lib.
Right.
It's like, hey, young world, the world. And for every line he say, it's on a whole nother track, a whole different line. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole, and it's some singing shit. He rhymed, and then there's some singing shit in the background. Then he rhymed, then there's some singing shit. So technically, when you listen to that record, besides enjoying the music, when you know music and you start saying, damn, this shit was kind of ill to put together, you realize Slick Rick did some marvelous shit. You know what I'm saying? But, I look at, all the kids now, everybody's trying to prove that they're tough. And they want the music to reflect their toughness. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, shot him in his face, you know what I'm saying? And I look at videos with the youth, and they're like, they got mad guns, and they, they'll talk about how they'll kill a nigga and do all this shit, but when the war's really on and they're being oppressed, motherfuckers is like, officer, but you understand what I'm saying? Not saying you're supposed to do some other shit, but look at how motherfuckers are cowards when it comes to fighting a real fight, but a dumb fight like I stepped on your shoe or looked at you. I deserve to die. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you really think about that shit, like, somebody really deserved to die because you took something they said as a subliminal. Think how many people look at subliminals, or they was talking
Word.
about me.
Throwing subs.
Yeah, you was throwing shots. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, this shit is just fucking crazy. And I never been really a subliminal type individual. You know, I just don't name names sometimes because I'm protecting the people. Sometimes I protect my adversary. Because we have to realize that some of us got power, and it's a lot of responsibility that come with power. Shout out to Cormega. And if we say the word on certain people, or we say certain people's names, they can get harmed.
Right.
So I be protecting niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't say their name.
Yeah, they you know, and I think that's part of the game that people don't see. A lot of times as the audience, they want to see drama, just like people in the hood. But it gets real out here, and once somebody's murdered, there's no coming back from that. And sometimes you can't give ignorant people a show because a lot of murders is caused of misunderstandings.
Exactly.
And I think if people just sit down sometimes and really talk it out and hash it out, they'll realize it don't really got to go that far. It's like when people be getting mad when dudes squash beef. Two powerful dudes can have beef, and then everybody get mad because they squashed it. Be like, nah, I seen son, we talked it out, everything cool. Be like, oh man, you should have did this, you should have did that. Yeah, but when somebody got to do 25 to life, are you gonna put something on their books? Is you gonna come see them? Are you gonna raise their children? Are you gonna comfort their moms?
But you know what's funny too? Like when I think of beef, where we come from, this is not the same shit. Because, you know, first of all, beef, nobody wanted to deal with the police.
Word.
We remember having beef, and the cops coming to us, and we ain't telling y'all shit. Even if I got bust over my head, I ain't telling y'all who bust me over my fucking head. Fuck y'all, because y'all still, even the dudes that I hate, y'all more the fucking enemy to me than the dudes that I hate.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Now niggas is putting on performances in front of the cops.
Shout out to them suckers.
Yeah, so if you fall and hurt your knee on black ice, the cops already gonna come to me. So this is what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, how do police get involved with street shit? Once police is involved, I don't want no beef with you.
Word, game over.
Yeah, because you already told. You already gonna tell.
Game
You understand
over.
what I'm saying? Anytime a nigga let the cops know that you got beef with an individual or you dislike an individual, even when you locked up, motherfuckers want to wolf, you want to get crazy because the motherfucking CEO is right here.
Yeah.
But then when the CEO say, yo, I'm going to go around here, y'all handle that. Nah, I'm just saying that. Oh, okay.
But we all know that's the cry for help.
This is what I'm saying. So anytime I so-called have beef with somebody, right, and they going to go to the law, I'm going to lose that.
And you ain't had beef in, what, 80-something?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Last
saying.
time you had beef was like in the 80s?
Yo, because I ignore people. Right now, yo, I'm at the stage in my life where I'm so focused off, I'm so off of hood shit and hood rats that I don't care. Like, listen, I don't care. I have an agenda. I wake up every day with an agenda. I wake up every day, you know what I'm saying, say my positive affirmations to my motherfucking self.
Right.
Thank myself
Right.
for fucking being strong in such a weak-ass fucking world and so much shit to weaken you. You know what I'm saying? And thank myself for keeping my sanity on a day-to-day basis. And then I get forth what I got to do. I try to fulfill my obligations that I have to myself and have to people, you know, and try not to break my promises because this shit is tough because sometimes we get overwhelmed. You think I give a fuck about what a nigga outside is saying? Because you outside.
Yeah.
If I cared about what you saying and doing, then I would be outside amongst you, right? We're not peers. We're peers because we're black men, or you're a black woman and I'm a black man, but we're not peers in our everyday actions. You know what I'm saying? I don't drink or smoke. So I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck about that activity. I don't give a fuck about what new rap record came out. I don't give a fuck about how niggas is dancing. I don't care about none of that shit. So it's like when people see me, I'm always on the move. I'm always going, chasing, you know, what I'm here for. We all got the same 24 hours in the day. All of us got the same 24 hours a day. What you choose to do with your 24 hours, that shit is on you. Tad know he got to get up at 5. He got to hit the plantation. It is what it is. Now, if he wanted to bullshit himself and go to sleep at motherfucking 3 o'clock, then he know he got 2 hours. He can't go to work and shit on everybody at work today because he only got 2 hours. You understand what I'm saying? It's so much. opportunity in the world. And I'm not, because this is what I'm saying. I'm not talking about local. I'm talking about there's so much opportunity in the world. In your neighborhood, right? You would think nobody likes you because nobody really shows you love in the hood unless you're a piece of shit. Mm-hmm. You notice that, right? All the piece of shits get all the love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker that's poisoning the community, all he got to do is give out turkeys and book bags and he get love.
But why do we love the devil?
This is what I'm saying, because he gives you fucking nothing. So for myself, I just be keeping it moving. I don't stand there and fraternize with motherfuckers. I don't want to fuck nobody girl. I'm not after nobody girl. So if I'm the catalyst, you feel like you did something to me or talk about me or feel a way about me, you're asking me to do something to you that I don't even want to do to you. I'm trying to save you. All I say to people, yo, just leave me the fuck alone. Come and go as you please. If you want to drink beer, you want to drink Hennessy, you want to be a fucking Uber driver, whatever it is you want to do what you do. We're not peers. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to stop you from eating. I'm not trying to listen, live your fucking life. Just leave me the fuck alone. But I ain't never been bullied, never been antagonized by nobody, and I ain't scared of nobody. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about the hood. You have some people that's in the hood that don't give a fuck about hood shit. They just live there. You understand what I'm saying? And then you have people who leave the hood, make it out the hood, and they don't want to fucking come back because y'all still there doing dumb shit, and your mentality is still hood.
Speaking on that, I be embarrassed to walk through my block. Like when I leave you guys and I go home, when I come from work, or whatever it is I'm doing and I come home, I see the same people that when I leave, I come back, they do. I be embarrassed, and I go around the corner and go through the back entrance of my building because I'm at a point in my life where it's starting to bother me.
But you know what?
Literally.
That's that growth and maturity that I face. Because if I come out, like sometimes I don't have fruit, right? So I get up, I might get up at 7 a.m., walk to the supermarket to get some fruits, and you sitting outside, right? I come back 20 minutes, because I'll take the long way just to get some steps in. I come back 20 minutes, you still sitting there. So you outside 7 a.m. looking like last night. So you didn't wash your ass, right?
Wash your face.
So now I go in the crib, start my day, eat my fruit, get my regimen together. Then I might pop out 7 at night. You still outside.
Yes.
With the same shit on. But I could see and feel the resentment and the hateful eyes towards me.
Yes.
What the fuck you mad at me for? What you mad at me for?
Yeah.
Because I chose my path and you chose yours. I didn't cut your lights out. I didn't put you on child support. I didn't fuck your baby mother. I didn't kick you out the crib. I didn't make you smoke crack. I didn't make you drink. I didn't make you smoke weed. 9 times out of 10, me and you have some of the same exact fucking problems. It's just how I handle mine is different from you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Don't get mad at me because I cope different. Because you don't know what pain somebody is going through. Just some people be smiling through their fucking pain. And I know a lot of people who fake happiness.
Oh, yeah.
And that don't mean that they happy. But they know how to cope different. So if your coping mechanism is the reefer or the motherfucking liquor, that's on you. Don't get mad at me because I'll go fucking walk 30,000 steps. I'll go walk to Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. That's still a form of pain, though. But the pain is going to be on my legs. But it's still physical pain, though. Mm. When you stressed out and you go to the gym, you are in pain the next day. So you still found a way to transfer the pain, though. So it might have went from you in the crib stressing over a bill to goddamn, my biceps is tight. You ain't got no time to think about no bill because you can't even raise your fucking arms.
That's all you think.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's really all it is a transference of how you express your and exclude, take your pain out. And that's the shit with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I don't knock nobody for what they do. You know what I'm saying? Do what the fuck you do. If you going to drink and smoke and do whatever you do what the fuck you do. That shit is on you. But don't get mad at certain individuals for doing what they do, because that's like me looking at the man getting up, going to work every day, and I say, that nigga think he the shit. Because he got a job.
And motherfuckers this is what I'm saying. That, yo, family members.
This is what I'm saying. Like, you think you all that? Wow.
Because I'm in my kid's life. I think I'm all that.
This is what I'm saying.
What the fuck? Like, yeah, I get all that shit, man.
This is the point that I'm making. Real shit, real people shit because I'm groomed and I go get a haircut.
Yeah.
And I bathe and I
Weekly.
like wearing cologne.
Daily. Yeah,
Oh, you
yeah.
fronting?
Yeah.
I'm fronting.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Washing up and shit.
Yeah, you got the nerve to wash your ass.
Trying to smell good.
Yo, you eat Cold Stone. That shit too expensive. You don't eat Dolly Madison's for $1, you motherfucker. Or this motherfucker eating $7 ice cream. He think he this shit. Like, this is what I'm saying.
Wow.
But you think whatever you do is what you do for yourself. But you're not posting your accomplishments. I'm not saying, yeah, motherfuckers, I'm eating $7 ice cream. You ain't shit. Because I don't look at myself as better than my people. I'm not in competition with my people. But people, goes back to what we're saying, what they deem to be success. You know what I'm saying? What they deem to be success. I always tell people, if you could count your money, you broke. If you could look at your bank account and you got this number in there, and then when you start dealing with your liquid and your assets and that shit don't go up much, you're fucked up. If you can't sell something right now and get $1,000 at least, you fucked up.
Or half that, or even $10.
$10. This is the point I'm saying. Besides your ass, your mouth, or your pussy. You understand what I'm saying? But this is the point I'm making. So I've always tried to use our platform to inform and empower people.
And enlighten.
And enlighten people to be great. That's a new shirt. Inform, enlighten, empower. Yeah, that's a new shirt. I'm going to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like that's some of my duty. Yeah, and I dibble and dabble with interviews sometimes where motherfuckers are straight ignorant. But that has to be shown because people like that still exist in this world. Mm-hmm. Now, people don't know the information that I give people because I'm never going to have somebody come in my life and I don't give them something to walk away with, a different perspective. I never had nobody come around me and was just straight up a dickhead and I wasn't like, yo, bro, look at it like this or try this. And all people say to me is, yo, that shit was real because the average black man, woman, or child in America, we just feel like nobody don't give a fuck about us.
Basically.
So when you meet somebody who genuinely show you, like, what is it to retweet somebody's shit? What is it to share somebody's shit? That shit don't even hurt, but people won't do that shit.
Pride.
That's why I'm like, yo, if I fuck with Inf and he do a record, why wouldn't I retweet the record? You win, I win. I don't look at it like, oh, he put his shit out. Watching my shit come out. Why am I in competition with you?
But that's the mentality, man.
But that's why we'll never win as a fucking people.
Yeah, man.
Everybody's competing for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because if he made it and he go buys a Wraith, that ain't shit. There's a difference between being rich and being wealthy. You know what I'm saying? That's why Jay-Z said, rich nigga, poor nigga, still a nigga in their eyes. It's just what people don't get. What he was saying, the perception of how they perceive you.
Don't matter.
Right now, if I had $10 million, Tad had $10,000, and you had $10, if the police run in this room and they say somebody was a drug dealer, do they know how to differentiate who had what?
Hell no.
So if you was a Christian, I was a fucking Moor, and Tad was a Hebrew Israelite, are they going to run in the room and say who what?
Hell
This is the point
no.
I'm making with people. They put us all in the box regardless. Mm-hmm. So we trying to put it, we put ourselves in a different box where we fighting each other. And we forgot that they look at us as an enemy on the whole. You know what I'm saying? We're the enemy on the whole. So what we start doing, we start this tribalism shit. And we start infighting where they say, just round all of them the fuck up. Like with gangs. When gangs is fighting, they don't know, they know who's Crips and Bloods, but just lock all of them the fuck up. When they go to the projects and they raid and they take 60 dudes, they take everybody. They don't say,
fucking body.
yeah, they don't say, oh, nah, don't put the Crips with the Bloods. Nah, fucking put all of them together. Yeah. And then some of the little brothers go in there and they start realizing, yo, we all locked up together.
And we was all beefing with
We
each
was just
other
all
the other
beefing.
day.
And we all got conspiracy charges. We all got shit. And some of us, they put together that I don't even fuck with y'all like that. Think how many dudes right now that's locked up for conspiracy because somebody was their man. Mm-hmm. And they never got a dime off that whatever they doing or never partook in anything, but they locked up for conspiracy right now. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I'd say everybody follow me at Doggie Diamonds on everything, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, Doggie Diamonds No Filter on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, Doggie Diamonds No Filter is the Patreon account for you to donate at least $1. $1 a month, that's $12 a year. That's all I need, $12 a year from each individual. If you kind enough to give me $2 a month, that's only $24 a year. If you kind enough to give me $3 a month, that's $36 a year. I'm not saying $36 a month. I'm not saying I need $50 a month from you. I need $1. $1 makes a difference. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm doing, and I could keep having these bills. And then shout out to Thoughts Crime, their channel on YouTube. I went on there and built with them to help them with their shit. You understand what I'm saying? I help everybody. I fuck with everybody. This is what I'm saying. Shout out to Prince and I'm Sincere. You understand what I'm saying? So we did a collaboration because they bigged me up. So I said, yo, let's do a show together. They're like, word, yo, let's do a show together. That's black power. That's being pro-black. That's black empowerment.
Yes.
Not saying fuck them. What I'm saying fuck them for. And that's the problem. Motherfuckers be like, fuck somebody. They don't even know why. Be like, yo, why I fuck them? I don't know. I just don't like them. That's how people are these days. So give up y'all shit before we get out of here.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DJ Big Inf. New album, new industry, Spotify, Tidal, Google Play, iTunes, all that. First single, Vicky, featuring Ali Vegas. That's out now. Video dropping real soon. Hit me on that gram at DJ Big Inf. Yeah.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, UnkelTad, ANKHELTAD. You know, you're going to see a little bit of family love, community activities, and just living life, man. I ain't trying to sell you nothing. I ain't trying to bull crap you. Just follow me, though. Stop being stupid.
Yo, and also, you could cop my merch called Discipline. I got some more stuff coming on shop.doggydiamondstv.com. Like I said, if you don't want to donate, I got shit for sale. Merch, hats, discipline. Without discipline, you lost. Discipline helped me change my whole life around. It could do it for you. You might as well wear something to remind you that you need to stay disciplined. So I have a line called Discipline. Make sure you fuck with that. Shop.doggydiamondstv.com. Shop.doggydiamondstv.com. The link will be in the description for the Discipline clothing. The link will be in the description for the Patreon account. $1 a month. That helps a lot. Thank y'all. We out of here. Peace.
Peace.